the companies are going out and looking for the best and the brightest, and you're finding what you consider to be the best and the brightest, and you're hiring them, and then you're kind of putting them off in a corner, not really utilizing them the way that you should be.
I think if we're underutilized, I mean, we come out of school here and other universities, and we have the opportunity to make a big impact. One person can make an impact, and so we come to these organizations that have traditional roles and traditional models that we can't quite fit in. So our daily activities are regimented based on the previous organizational chart or where we're supposed to fit in by title. I think that hampers us because, for instance, I came in on the construction side, and I wasn't getting enough design experience. Now I'm on the design side, but I'm not getting enough construction experience. So I'm not totally utilized, and I don't feel like I'm getting enough out of it, as much out of it as I would like. I think the roles are hampering us. We all learn together with mechanical engineers, CMs here at school. We have a base knowledge that we want to grow in every aspect, and we're stuck in one part.
I think my problem is not being underutilized, being overutilized. Get a lot of work pushed off on me by my project managers, my superintendents. I'm the unofficial IT guy at the job site because I'm the young person there. There's all these different things. Some of them I'm fortunate that I get to be involved in proposals and presenting to clients, and I value that. But sometimes you just don't have time to do everything.
Money talks, and that's the issue. I've asked for a lot of software programs that would make me way more valuable to the company, and in turn make them more profitable, or whatever the case may be. And it's, no, you can't have Acrobat Professional at $700. Well, now I have to go tell somebody else that does have that, which tends to be our AAs, here's what I need you to do. I sit there, I waste more time explaining what I need done in that program than the time it would have taken me myself. And then you replicate that how many times over a year, and I ask myself all the time, wow, what costs more, the $700 program or the countless hours of explanation that took both my time and theirs? It sounds to me like the underlying message is kind of like, as much as the experienced people want us to trust their experience and maybe not second guess it as much, like, you need to trust our expertise with technology. I'm not going to ask for a program I'm not going to use, so you need to learn how to trust me and know that when I ask for something, it's going to pay for itself.
It's all about being proactive. You're gonna think about what is already out there that we can use and adopt, so that we don't have to spend 40 hours of your time a month processing a spreadsheet to create an estimate for a client that may or may not become real, when there's a program out there that can do it in 30 minutes, and then you supplement that in another 30 minutes by validating our historic costs.
I'll tell you, I hear a lot of people saying, yeah, I work 7 to 5, and that's great, and I just don't. I mean, I work 8-hour days. I get everything I need done and more. I have no issues with any of my supervisors. I mean, they might joke with me about it, but at the end of the day, they'd much rather have me working for them than a lot of the other people in my same position. And a lot of that, I bring the architectural license to the table on the construction side. I'm a lead AP, multifaceted. You're underutilized in a lot of areas, but overutilized on the macro. But I just don't see any reason why I need to be there 10 hours. I mean, I have a huge issue with that.
My opinion is that you don't want me to work for your company if I don't have a personal life, because I will be miserable to work with. I want to be able to, go see a play once in a while and read a book and sit in a park and do nothing, if that's really what I want to do. And by giving up all of my Saturdays, it makes me an unhappy, unproductive person. And I can get done the work I need to do for the week in, 8 or 10 hours a day. I don't need to be there at 6 and leaving at 7 p.m. like my boss thinks.
They seem to feel entitled, that they should immediately go right to the top of the heap, and I want you to respond to that comment.
I'd say right out the gate, we are to some extent, but there's two parts to it. It's the perception of it, and I think the perception of that, yes, we have high expectations for ourselves, and we have high expectations for the company that we devote ourselves to. And once that leadership falls away and the expectation falls away, our loyalty does as well. And we're going to question authority, and we're going to ask for extra training. We're going to ask for not more time off, but maybe to be able to go to DBA conventions and other outside work activities that will be related directly to how we work each day, but the people that, you know, watch the dollars don't always see that. It's not a direct influence. And so, yeah, we ask for a lot, we give a lot in return, and I think it is a right title for us, in my opinion. It doesn't need to have a bad connotation.
My parents raised me with a strong sense of self-esteem because their sense of self-esteem wasn't encouraged by their parents. Especially as a woman, you're, you know, told that you can do anything and, you know, as long as you put your mind to it. And when you infuse that into everything you do, whether it's soccer practice or ballet practice or college, you know, you think you can do anything, and with enough work you can. And just because, you know, just because we're confident and just because we're asking you questions doesn't mean we doubt how you're doing it. It's because we're curious. And lots of the time we're really looking for someone to lead us.
I think you have the potential to be one of the greater generations. And they've done studies on different behaviors, and your generation is the one that picks up on the most of them. I wrote them down before I came, but it's optimism, they're key traits. Optimism, diversity, socialization, trust, and participation. And those your generation hits those the largest. So yeah, I think there is some opportunity for change. I think you're in a really good place for that to occur. The recession is actually helping that. A recession creates a need for change, and I think we're all experiencing those in our businesses.